we are now being joined by VOA correspondent Carolyn Prisutti, who's joining us live from Florida. Carolyn, good to have you with us on the show. First up, your thoughts on what Trump's cabinet is going to look like. Of course, he has spoken of how he will go after his political rivals. In one of his speeches, he did say that. He has said he has appointed Susie Wiles as the chief of staff in the cabinet. That is the first appointment. During his victory speech, he was joined by friends and families and a lot of advisors as well. And of course, Elon Musk is touted to have a key position, and he's supposed to be amidst the ranks there. So what do you think the Trump's cabinet is going to look like?
Well, let's start with Susie Wiles, right? She was just named as his chief of staff today, incidentally the first female chief of staff in history. Susie Wiles has been with him on the campaign trail, and she runs a tight ship. She has been in charge of what's called the plane manifest. So she decides who goes on the plane with President-elect Trump. She did that all during the campaign. So she's very familiar with all of these rallies. She's very familiar with all the people involved. In fact, we are here in West Palm Beach, Florida, and she was very instrumental in Florida politics. So she's no stranger to politics. She was actually in the Trump White House during his first term. And in politics here in this state, she helped run the campaign for Ron DeSantis as he was elected governor. So no stranger to politics, runs a tight ship, leads a lot of analysts to say he's coming prepared this time. Before, remember, in 2016, Donald Trump was very much a stranger to politics. He was a businessman, an entrepreneur. He had never held public office. So when he first came in, he didn't quite know about the transition. He didn't quite know how he had to have his people in line before he stepped through the door of the White House. This term seems to be a lot different for him. Just the fact that he's been meeting with many people here at his Mar-a-Lago home. The cars have just been coming in and out of that bridge that goes across to Mar-a-Lago. It just keeps saying it's just a stream of people coming in to be interviewed and to opt for various jobs in his administration. Yes, you did mention Elon Musk. Where will he be? Where will RFK Jr. be? It's been talked that he may have a position within health and human services or one of the health areas. In fact, he himself has said that before. So there are a lot of people being rumored to being considered for top jobs. Marco Rubio, another Floridian, right? He's up at Capitol Hill, right, representing Florida. So he is also being considered for Secretary of State. Lots of names being bantered around. Also, I've been told that today, President-elect Donald Trump is also looking at executive actions. Mm-hmm. What executive actions will he take during his first week in office? Presidents do that, and a lot of times they'll overturn what the last administration did. Now, Joe Biden did that with Trump's administration, and now Donald Trump will do it with Joe Biden's administration when he starts in January.
Carolyn, as expected, and I would say no surprises there, both Putin and Trump, they seem to be keen on establishing talks, or of course now it's going to be with President-elect Donald Trump. What's next for the Russia-US ties under Trump's reign? Because it almost seems like he's already setting the stage for his presidency as and when it begins in January.
Absolutely. Yes, I think he is. I think you're right. But let's go back to what Putin said today. Putin said he congratulated Donald Trump, right? Mm-hmm. And then he was asked by someone, will you then be up for talks? And he said, absolutely. But then he said, the ball is in America's court. Mm. So it's up to the president-elect to reach out to Putin and to say, hey, let's talk now. So he's kind of stepping back and he's saying, okay, let's wait until he approaches me. So we'll see if he does that before he gets to the White House. But I would think he would wait until he's actually through the inauguration to talk to Putin. But you never know. I mean, all the rules, all the principles, all the traditions, all the we did it this way, the last administration, kind of go at the door with this new administration. We're all learning new procedures and new policies. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. Just stating fact.
Caroline, also Trump has famously said that he would end the war, the Russia-Ukraine war, within 24 hours. While we are on the topic of that, what process would you expect him to undertake? We, of course, often speak of United States' withdrawal from Afghanistan. Is that something, how this is going to look like?
Well, we really don't have any troops involved in this war, though, between Russia and Ukraine, but we have a lot of money, right? America's given millions to Ukraine, and Donald Trump is not a proponent of that. He wants it to be a loan. He doesn't want it to be a gift to Ukraine. He has said that before, and he has always said that this would never have happened on his watch. So I think the first thing that these sides need to do is sit down at the table with Donald Trump, and that's the first step is Putin saying, yes, I'm ready to talk to the president-elect. So we'll see where that goes, and we'll see if the president-elect can nudge that needle just a little bit to end that war, or to at least come to some agreement there.
Carolyn, I just want to come back to the... Yeah, I just wanted to come back to, the choices that Trump would be making, and, how he would be rewarding his family members. We did see Ivanka and Kushner having a certain role earlier. Where do you see that's going to head in this term?
Well, already Donald Trump Jr. has a role in the transition process. He's spoken out about that, and he said that our priority is getting people who embrace the same philosophy as Donald Trump, and that being America first. That is going to be a theme that you see throughout the next 4 years. America first, put tariffs on foreign imports, pull us out of any wars that we are in foreign countries. This is what Donald Trump has said that he will do. These are his goals in the next 4 years.
Thank you so much, Caroline, for joining us with those updates.